Welcome to the Kale Houser Leadership Secrets podcast. Today, let's talk about a setback or... Hello, one and all. Thank you for joining the Kale Houser Leadership Secrets podcast. I appreciate you sticking with me as we go through this journey of imparting and discovering and learning the secrets to being an amazing leader, because we are all capable of it. Leaders, believe it or not, are not born. Now, there are some that are born with the ability and better disposition to talk to people and be willing to go up to strangers and strike up conversations. That's absolutely true. But that doesn't make them a leader. The reality is that leaders are formed. Leaders aren't born. Those people that we think of as amazing examples of leadership in business, throughout history, in wars, generals, politicians, those people learn skills along their way throughout their childhood, young adult years, and adult years, later adult years, that created them and formed them into amazing leaders by the experiences they had, the feedback they received, and the positions that they held, and the opportunities that they took advantage of. And that's what I want to talk a bit about today is opportunities. Because there's kind of two ways we can see opportunities. One, that's an opportunity for a setback. I think that's kind of the default for most people, is that this setback that has happened in front of me as I'm chugging along, and I've had this, I'm absolutely 100% guilty of this. I'm chugging along, boom, boom, boom. I'm running my marathon, right? I'm getting the things done in my business I need to get done. I'm having these successes, and then boom, bam, out of nowhere, this wall shoots up. I round the corner and smack. Buzzsaw moment. The setback happens. And these happen in all different areas, forms. This could happen in your personal life, with your relationship, with your spouse, with your kids. Kid comes home with an F in school. It's a setback. What are you going to do? Kid gets suspended from school, has a fight. That's a setback. What are you going to do? Your wife gets fired from her job. Setback. You get fired from your job. Setback. People quit. Setback. The huge marketing campaign that you've been working on, no results. Setback. The client that you've been going after for years, huge proposals that you'd spent time and energy and massive resources on, decides to go with your competitor across the street. Setback. And how do we see that? Is that an opportunity? It is an opportunity. But the question becomes, is it an opportunity for you to quit? Is it an opportunity for you to continue to do the same things to get the same results? Or is it an opportunity for you to analyze, adjust, and make changes? All right. Maybe go to that client. Hey, Mr. Joe, I totally understand and I appreciate that you decided to go with company Z over there instead of my company. Do you mind if I take you out to lunch? Can you give me that feedback? I'm really just looking to learn. What could we have done differently? Why is it that you went with company X? What did they offer you? Was it something that repelled you from our company, or they were just so attractive that you had no choice but go with their company? And then you take that feedback. You understand it. You analyze it. You look at it and go, what do I need to do differently to be more attractive or be less repulsive? Your kid comes home with that F. What do you need to do? Why was the F? Is it a learning disability? Is it the teacher's out to get them? Right? Or is it that they were doing video games all night long when they should have been writing that report? Because that's what you let them do with their time. You went out and bought them that brand new $60 video game, the brand new PS5, and you're just absolutely amazed. I don't understand why they're not doing their homework when they could be online playing video games. What do you think is more appealing to a teenage kid? So are these setbacks, or are these an opportunities to step up? Because that's kind of what today is about. As you will inevitably, guaranteed, fact of life, run into something that causes you to stumble, that causes you to question what you're doing, that causes you to kind of second guess of why you're even doing this business or working in this position, why you had kids to start with? Who can raise their hand and go on, you've reached at some point that crazy where you're like, oh my gosh, I love my kids, but wow, I never knew it would be this insane. But is it an opportunity to step up or take that step back? Or setback, not step back, setback. Because we are always, and the problem is this happens to you and you choose not to step up and you continually choose to step back, you create this auto response of anytime any little issue, and it could be absolutely minor, it becomes this barrier. It becomes this massive setback because you just get so gun shy about it that you stop pushing forward. There's a really good quote that Grant Cardone has, and he's said it many times in many different places, different books, audiobooks, and certainly on stage a lot, is that he is always looking to 10x his problems. He's looking to 10x the issues that he's having in his business. Why? On the surface, you're like, that's stupid. Why on earth would I look to do that? Because if you're getting 10x the problems, guess what that means? You're doing 10x the action, which means you're getting 100x the successes. That you're spreading yourself so wide and far out there and expanding your influence and your reach. Because we live in a human society, you will run into those people that don't like you. You will 10x those people and those problems. They will create problems for you. But the difference is Grant Cardone's mindset is they're not setbacks. They are opportunities to improve, opportunities to change, to turn those problems, figure out what it is people are not liking, what they're reacting poorly to, and change it. And is that the mindset that you have in your business, in your position as you're leading people that aren't doing what you want them to do? They're being their own little humans and having their own little problems and issues. Are you seeing that as setbacks? Or are those opportunities for you to step up and be the leader? Be the person that they can count on. Be the person that is more interested in their growth and success than worrying about these little setbacks. And the reality is you have to have the confidence in yourself to know that you can figure it out. Because again, barriers coming, boom. Sometimes you can even see that barrier down the way, but you're not even there yet. So do you stop? Like, yep, mile down the road, there's this massive wall. I have no idea how to get off of it, get around it, get over it, get under it, crash through it. But I absolutely believe that in the next mile journey, whatever things need to happen to get you that further mile down the road, by the time I get there, I'm going over that wall. I will have picked up the dynamite to throw at the base to blow it up. I will be able to now see the path around it. Or do you sit there and go, I can see that wall way off there in the future. There's no point. I'm just going to quit now. Turn around, go back the other way, or just stay here. I'm happy here. It's easy, it's comfortable. I'm making a decent living. I can pay my bills. It's not worth the effort to learn the skills I need to get around that wall that I can see. Right? And this happens every day to people, to business leaders all over the planet. They see these obstacles, and it could be these could be legitimate obstacles, regulations they need to overcome, fines that they've been levied, permits that they didn't know they needed, and now they're getting murdered by their local city council. Like, these can be absolutely legitimate barriers and walls. But are these setbacks? Are these opportunities to quit? Or do you have the conviction to be able to figure it out, or at least find the resources to help you figure it out? And is it so important to you, and is it important enough to your business and your company to push forward, to be that success? Or is it time to change tactics, right? There's all kinds of ways to look at these opportunities. But the question is, are you a setback kind of person, or are you a step up kind of person? And I'll give you a little clue. Who do you think amazing leaders are? What kind of character do they have at their core when they come across these problems? They're not step backers. They are step uppers. That's kind of a lame term. They do not look at everything as a setback, but they look at those as opportunities to step up, change, learn, implement, the famous adapt, overcome, right, with the Marines. And that's what you need to do as a business owner, adapt and overcome. Cool. So I hope that's encouraging to you. I know you're probably sitting there going, but you don't know my situation. It is hard. Yes, it is hard. Business is hard. Life is hard. But now's the time to step up. Be the leader people need. Be the leader your family needs, your kids need, that you need in yourself. And believe and have confidence that you can figure it out. As you knock on that door, boom, somebody's going to answer. I don't know what to say. You'll figure it out. They invite you in. I don't know what to say once I get inside. You figure it out, man. They have questions and objections about whatever it is you're offering. I don't know what to say, how to handle objections that they don't have the money. You figure it out. And you do it by asking them questions. What's important to them? If we can go down that road later. But you have that ability to step up. So turn your attitude into your default is, this is a challenge. I acknowledge the challenge needs to be tackled. I can't stick my head in the sand. I am not an ostrich. It's time to attack. Gather your team, gather your resources, figure it out. Because the other side of that coin is that it's not always just you that has to figure it out. We are put on this earth to have relationship with others and do society as a whole, not as individuals. So build your team. Build people you can rely on. Build people that are good at different things in their life than what you are in yours. So when it comes time to dig, but you're a flyer, you need to find that digger, and vice versa. All right, everybody. Hope that was helpful to you. No more setbacks. Now it's just opportunities to step up. Have a fantastic afternoon, no matter where you're at in the world. Bye.